Morning. So we had a very busy day yesterday, so I didn't really get much time to even film or talk about what we was doing. So me and little Jake are on this repointing job again today on Bank Holiday Monday of all places. Point this little section here and the little section on the left hand side. Also been asked, follow me little Jake, also been asked to now rake this section out here and here, and then also repoint that. Later on, when it's a little bit later and no one's asleep on this Bank Holiday Monday, we'll start raking this out, but that shouldn't take too long. Nice. So I've been getting little Jake up to speed with repointing as well, because this is the first time he's used a trowel and a hawk and actually done this repointing method, and he's getting on really well. So I'm going to monitor him and then we're going to blast all this pointing. So saying we worked pretty much non-stop, didn't get as much done as I wanted to, but that's mainly because we just didn't have big panels to go out. If there was a little bit faffy yesterday and a bit slow. Now, you've seen some footage of what the brickwork looks like, and it's a tiny bit stained, and that's because we're using sand and cement, so it does seem to stain these sort of engineering bricks a lot more than lime mortar, which is totally fine. So what I'm doing right now is just a really light acid wash, and that will just take off any stainage we have got. But for now, I'll do that in a minute. Today we need to repoint the brickwork, what I raked out yesterday, and we also need to do all of the brick replacements. There's a couple down below, couple up high, a few bits and bats knocking around, and we also need to do the front. So I've got little Jake with me again today to help out. Yesterday he was absolutely slamming in some square meterage, so I'm really impressed with that. Saying it's his first time using a trowel and hawk and pointing. So we're going to have a good day. I'm going to do some acid work now, and then we'll get back to you in a minute. Preparation is key for this. We've just thrown a mix on. We've got all our tarpaulin tied up against the house, but also lapped up as well, so any drop-ins later on we can either just pick it up and reuse it, or at the end of the day fold up tarpaulins, put everything away. Jake and I are going to start getting in this big wall, and then in a little while I need to go get some brick replacements, because I've still not been able to find these bricks here. Just these. Or when I go get them, Jake can carry on repointing. There he is, the main man himself. But for now we're going to start pointing. Yeah.
These days the night shift cutie at the truck stop knows my name. Threw the candle in the midnight oil and lit up the honky-tonk highway. I see the sun come up, cause I ain't been to bed. Gonna have my name cut into a stone when I lay my head. No rest for the wicked, at least for a few hundred miles. I'm running wild. Riding lightning, run on into the ring of fire. Rolling like the Mississippi, oh mama tried. But I got bad down to my bones. Don't know where I'm gonna go, oh sweet side. I'm running wild. I'm running wild.
So that black stain, that's when the compost is just a little bit too hard.
Right.
So like it stains black from the bar.
Cloud 9 is a cloud of dust for the next 1,000 miles. I'm running wild. Ride the lightning, run on empty in the ring of fire. Rolling like the Mississippi, oh mama tried.
go back over it again to get anything we've missed or... Hello. So we are just starting our brick replacements on here and over there. Now, because we've been caught shy on the sand situation, I've had to make two separate mixes. So we have a light mix, which is going to be for the front of the property because that's really sandy. So I've got some sand, which is orange sand for the front, yellow sand for this back, and we're out of yellow sand now. So what I've decided to do is leave this mortar, which is actually for the front, set back, and then all I'll do is just repoint it in a little while with the gear I've been using for the entire back, so that way all of the colours match really nicely. I've got to do this brick replacement here, this one, and then just this one here. We've tried our very best to get a brick match, and this is the closest thing we could find in such short notice. I don't think it will be a million miles off once it's actually pointed in and the mortar's all set. This to point, and then I also just need to run along here with my FBS drill and get this last little bed joint out and just around this gas pipe. But overall we are absolutely flying. Time check. God, it's 11:30 already. Time flies when you're having fun.
Lately your blue skies ain't coming, turning all the clouds grey. Baby, I can see a storm warning. I'm boarding all the windows up, and the ghosts have been calling. You don't hear a word they say, so let me do all the talking. I'll keep your troubles at bay, 'cause it's you and it's you and me, sparking like cross wires. I tend to lose my mind. It's you and me, till they say
Oh, it's too tight.
while the night is still, proves you haven't lost your will. Soon the road will be clear, the days only go up from here.
We've just finished doing the small brick replacement there. Little Jake's just tidying up as well behind me, and then we've just done the bed joint we missed yesterday on the bottom on the patio area. Simple reason, we missed it because when we was going to jet wash it would have just blown it all out. Just grabbed the hoover to suck up any detritus left behind today, and then I'm going to give this a second acid in a little while because it's still quite stained, but I didn't agitate it with the brush earlier. So I'm just about to start work on these two brick replacements here. I've just given this an acid and I gave it a brush as well and a hose pipe down. There's big man Jake with the hoover. And so we're going to crack on with these two brick replacements, and I'll see if I can just tidy up these here. But I really don't want to disturb this, so I might just acid around this area here, because normally there's something that goes here like a planter, so it should be hidden anyway. Just transferred round to the front while Jake tidies up the back, because I've got all of that finished now, which is really nice. He's going to jet wash, he's going to hoover, make everything look nice and pretty for us, aren't you, mate? Now I am working on replacing, look at you trying to avoid the camera. I'm going to work on replacing, I've got one brick here which is totally perished, and then I've got this cut up this door which I'll show you now. So they've had brand new doors fitted which are beautiful, but they've been left with these ends, which look a tiny bit scruffy. So what we're going to do, you can see how it doesn't work already. We've got 3/4, 3/4, 3/4. So I'm going to cut this brick here, this brick there, to make a half. So it'll go half, 3/4, half, 3/4. And then here on this one, this will get turned into a half with a nice reveal there, a 3/4 there, and then back to a half there. So that's what I'm doing, and right now I'm just working on cleaning a little bit of this old compo off the bricks. So I've just got my acid, we're just spraying that down a little and then giving it a bit of a spin. Whether or not that works, I don't know, but they've not asked me to do that. But I said I've got the chemicals and I've got some tools to try and help anyway. So I'm going to get that done, and yeah, we should be on for a good day. It's 1:30 now, so it probably will be a bit of a late day, but man, as long as we get done, everything's tidy, I will be buzzing. So what I've just done here is I've just marked up with my level where the new 100mm is going to sit. So this will be the start of our new brick, then we'll have a little perp, and then the header will be going in, leaving us this 3/4 brick here. It will be a bit zigzaggy. You know what, I'm thinking I might actually make it a smaller half. Actually might look better. Right, so what I've done after just looking at that through the lens, I'm having a slightly smaller half on this corner, so that just gives me a little better bond, because previously it was over here giving me like 25mm bond, which is silly. Although it's not going to really be structural, it will just be a bit prettier to the eye to make this about 75mm, and then just have this extra bond here. So I've moved those cuts over. We're going to get this straight out now, do my best to not disturb the window or door too much. Right, there we go. That is pretty much where we're leaving it for today. Another job boxed off by the main men, little Jake and me. Yeah, sorry, I got distracted by talking to the client. I reckon we will be back to repoint the front of the house and the side of the garage, because it's something the client already spoke about, but he was mainly just concerned by the big holes and the bricks missing at the front of the house, so that's what he wanted sorting ASAP. But that's another job, like I say, boxed off. So we are going to be doing a little knock through and jumping onto another garage conversion soon. So I will catch you guys in a little bit.